I have very exciting news. I premiered on FABA TV today with a spooky Starblends class, and I'm doing this zombie video because I didn't have a chance to get to the design in my class. But I also wanted to acknowledge another FABA TV instructor, Nick Wolf, for his influence on my zombies, and encourage you to watch his class, and mine of course. Let's get started. Hi, this is Denise from Paint a Party, and this is my son Taylor, and we're going to do a quick zombie with Starblends. So these are the Starblends that we're going to use to do the zombie. Browple is a custom mix of brown and purple and maybe some blue or other things to get it that bruisey color. This is an ivory color that I got from Starblends, but you can mix your own if you want with white and maybe some cocoa. This is black Starblends, and I might add a little bit of green in there too. I'm going to start by using the Browple to deepen all of his shadows. So I'm going to start with his eyes. Go ahead and close your eyes. And for zombies, I don't usually go above the eyebrow because we're not looking for an evil look, we're looking more for a dead look. So I usually just stop right at the eyebrow. And then right here, where his bone ends, I'm going to put a little bit more. And then I'm going to follow right under where his cheekbone is. And then there's also a place in the temple, so I'm going to do both sides. And now I'm going to come up and follow this bone line here. And then I'm going to take the edge of the smoothie and load it and just kind of do these muscle lines. And then we're going to highlight. And all I do is add some product wherever I want the bone to stick out more. And then I'll go back in and blend it in. But I want to add the product first. Okay. So now that I've added all of those, I'm going to kind of blend them together. I'm going to take the back of my smoothie that doesn't have any product and just kind of blend it in. You're trying to get that airbrush look. So you're blending it into the skin, and you're not trying to cover up those midtones of his flesh. Now instead of using a round brush and just kind of outlining the character of the zombie, I'm going to use my secret weapon, which is the rake brush that I made myself on one of my yuckier brushes. But I have a YouTube video that I'll reference in the comments on how to make your own. But I use these all the time for doing beards and scratches and things like that. But today we're going to use it to shade. So I repotted some Paradise paint, some Paradise Black in here. And I'm going to basically load it until it's dry. But I want a lot of paint on here, but I also want it very, very dry. So I'm going to keep going until you don't see any moisture on top anymore. So it's almost sticky across there. And that way when I use it, it's going to shade these a little bit deeper without having a round brush line to it. It's going to be more like shading with an airbrush. So let's deepen the nose a little bit. A little bit just at the top of the temples. So I'm kind of going sideways and then I'm dragging it. So here, turn sideways a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sideways and fill in the top, and then I'm going to drag with the rake brush. Same here. I'm going to go sideways at the top. And then I'm just going to drag it in a little bit. I'd probably do this before I did the other black, but you can just kind of deepen the eye sockets with it a little bit. Use the back to blend it in. And then if you want to, you can kind of black out the lips We can come back in and do some teeth here in a second. But if you're in a hurry, you can just make it their own teeth and you don't have to worry about this. It's another nice thing about Starblends is you can just add a little bit of color. So I darkened his lips a little bit with Starblend so that I could add some teeth. I'm just going to use my little teddy bear cake and just pick up, just so basically so the teeth look a little more rotten. But you can just do it out of your palette if you want. You don't have to have this cake. But the nice thing about using the filberts for teeth is you can get that nice rounded teeth, like especially if you're doing Hulk. But for the zombies, you can also turn it sideways so you get a little variety of teeth. So you get some skinnier than others and some bigger. So I've loaded a brush really well with Red Paradise. I like it because it's a nice dark red. I'm going to add a little bit of black to it, Black Paradise, and get kind of a goopy thing. And I like to draw like a little line here first, maybe one up by his eye. Kind of have it trail down. Okay, I loaded the brush up really well. I'm going to splatter some red on him so it'll freak out his mom. Okay, he's all finished. It should only take about 3 minutes to do this zombie, so you can do it at parties. But the Starblends makes it a lot easier because you don't have to like do water control as much. And so if you make that Browple for yourself, it'll go really quickly. So make a zombie face. Do it some more. Oh, that's great. I love that. Nice.